space here. Funny things were happening around the energies, and the not enough card somehow flew out of my deck and was underneath my chair. I literally almost destroyed that card there with my roller chair. But Twin Flames also was peeking up at me, and I'm hearing for some of you all, these might be themes, dualities that are present in your life right now, in places where you may have grown quite a great deal over this past cycle. And I'm speaking most specifically since we've been seeing the dance of Pluto and Saturn and Capricorn that had taken their retrograde cycle, um, for us to do these assessments. And for some of us, this has been soul journeys experienced through the eyes of others. Partnerships have been huge with this for many of you all, and being that this is the quote unquote holidays, here's the 411 about where we may have had to draw a line somewhere and really teach ourselves when enough is enough, and learning where we can actually give ourselves some grace for being more than enough. I've been seeing a number of people talking about divine masculine and divine feminine, um, especially over the recent months. It's really been gaining in popularity as many people are looking forward to what 2020 actually might be in a more personal way, and that we may see clearly in these things where we've had to reconcile, where something might not have been enough, especially with regard to give and take in relationships. So frustrations in relationships is right there at the top of that card. Lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. And Twin Flame says here, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. And I'm really interested to see where these themes show up for those of you that might be here looking for insight into relationships. And I will just encourage you to remember that no matter what type of dogma or belief systems others might give to you about what a twin flame or a soulmate experience is, that first relationship of importance and priority is the one with yourself. So if you're here feeling like that not enough stuff is kind of a glare in the face, let's take a look at where it is that you actually are holding the space for it to be plenty, because that's actually where you can see more clearly what's actually here that you have developed in that not enough space, and where hopefully we can see some positive gains forward with regard to self-development and calling in more of a divine counterpart. Because I will say, twin flame information often is highly karmic in nature, with one person running after the other, or somebody running away, and who's supposed to chase, and whose turn is it, and how do we bring these things into balance, and kind of just igniting one another's energy, and in some cases finding yourself in a narcissistic style abusive relationship where somebody is gassing your energy. And so if you've been through that, these cards might just be reminding you that enough is enough, and that hereforth you've learned a new mechanism to even gauge your own essential energy, and learning to hold that for yourself and feeling substantial in that is one really amazing way to call forward more of a soul match or a divine counterpart, somebody who can resonate at that same vibrational frequency and quality as you. was shuffling for you guys, some really excited cards kind of flew out. I'm just going to tell you, the ones that were looking at me are trust, power, extremes, and sovereignty. So, possibly some major themes that you're dealing with right now. Keep working on this shuffle. Okay, so, wow, Earth Tribes. These just flew out of the deck while I was shuffling for all of you. Twin Flames and Stabbed in the Back. Twin Flames flew out for everybody in the beginning, as well as some insecurities, but Twin Flames just showed up again for you all there, and that says yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other, and wow, stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking, attack. So for some of you all, this might have been where Saturn and Pluto have been affecting you over this past year, this cycle. And what, in my opinion, 2020 actually is that we may see clearly. So, yeah, sorry if this is sounding to be like what you're going through. But I'm definitely going to pull that one out, and it's back in the deck now, so shuffling those through, and we'll see if it shows up for anybody here. Catch you in the inside. Greetings, it's Intuitive Jacob. Okay, so more pop-outs. This card is what was facing me and kind of flew out also for all of my Earth tribes. So this is for you all if you've got Sun, Moon, or Rising in one of the Earth elements, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So this card says love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, attraction. Way to go. So big theme going on with a lot of you all right now. Other messages that were showing up, there was just a lot of fire that was coming out. Change was looking at me, and I'm hearing it's like fearlessness. This is the thunder moon here, and I'm hearing it's like fearless in the face of change. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like the things that give you energy that some people don't even realize that you are willing and that you've been committed to putting into whatever it is that your craft is that you've been wielding. I just see somebody here in the really wee hours, and it's like everything she can do to put herself into this change. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like it's all about your beginnings. New beginnings and fresh start card was showing up for all of you. I'm going to read it to you. It says, thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. And I'm hearing for some of you all too, it's like if you're not in the middle of waking up to like the divine union of yourself, you might be having a really spiritual, very, very awakening process with another person. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like realizing how telepathy works and where thought forms can return to you when somebody is open to hearing your information, and where some of y'all are like, I might be going the right kind of crazy right now because I'm starting to hear or almost like see somebody showing up in my vicinity. And so if you've been realizing that kind of thing, it might be because of this dichotomy showing up here with the monk nun. And for some of you all, this might even be, you know, a period of incubation. Maybe you're in between relationships or calling in a spiritual partner. But light attributes, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Shadow attributes, negative judgment of the physical world and excess piety. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like a new way to move forward your energy. The word pioneer just showed up for me. And I'm hearing it's like taking it on with a fiery gusto. For some of you all, it's like you might not be one of those air air. Why am I hearing air? I meant earth. People that has a lot of fire or maybe air in your chart that can move things. But I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like you are embodying serious fire element. And that word desire is showing up. So for some of you all, I'm hearing it's like big time emotional changes and things that if you felt like a boulder before that you couldn't be moved, it's like you have found that you have moved yourself, and so it's like now you might be more comfortable with like the momentum that's building, because I'm seeing for some of y'all it's like just heaving it like in this whole different direction, and I'm hearing it's going to be great. So let's just set our mind and our intentions in agreement to only receive what's good for you, and know that if these aren't your messages, hey, sorry. Here be for everybody. Feel free to hit me up if you would like a private reading with your own personal information. And hey, really appreciate it if you thumbs up the reading, if you like it, and yeah, let a friend know if you think that something like this could help them with a little bit of insight. Really appreciate you sharing these messages when you do. Much appreciated. All right, I'm going to catch you on the inside of these readings. Hey, what's going on, Taurus? So good to see you. Thank you for being here. I was just tuning into your energies here, and I'm being told to hold this one up again. And this was in the messages for all the Earth tribes about new beginnings and a fresh start. And actually, they're telling me y'all really are gonna benefit from making sure, similar message to what I got for Capricorn, that you're giving yourself enough time to just, relax. Especially if you're one of those people that is like, I hate sleeping and I don't want to sleep in, I don't want to waste my life. Because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like something chopped away in your life, and it's like either it broke itself off or it's like something that you're gonna chop off, I'm hearing. And it's like it's very empowering, and I'm hearing it's going to be good for you to just make sure that you're giving yourself time. Be gentle with yourself, because they're telling me it's like for some of y'all, it's like maybe you had a hard time vocalizing or saying when enough was enough, especially if you were in a position of exchanging with people, because I'm hearing it's like the whole way that you balance that, especially from like a mental standpoint, I'm hearing it's changing. There's something that's changing right now, and I'm hearing for some of you all, just get ready for it, because it's about how you speak up. And what an amazing thing it's been that Uranus has been going back and forth between Taurus and Aries, and like it's kind of like the hokey pokey. It's like, is he in, is he out, is he in, is he out? And it's doing something for a lot of you all that maybe you didn't realize you could actually do. It's a certain impermeability test is what I'm hearing about, where it's like giving you that gut check and making sure that you really know what it is that you think you know before you put some more energy into something. Because I'm hearing it's like supercharged with your desires now, Taurus. So I'm feeling really good things about that. I'm gonna go ahead and just I've actually got your cards here, baby. Got your cards here. And we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what is before us now. I want to first flip over your archetype card, as I'm hearing for some of y'all, this might be what's been rocking you the hardest this year. Oof. Especially if you've had some push-pull. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, no, I refuse to be addicted to needing you, is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, this could have to deal with a relationship. For some of you all, it's somebody you've had to let go. But I'm hearing for others, it's like where you have been holding yourself, and in some cases creating, I don't want to say a pathology of this addiction, but an idea that's been controlling more of your energy than you realized. And it's a little bit of where things might have been escaping you, especially if you've been trying to protect yourself from compulsions. So I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, what brings this out for you? Person, place, thing, other, event. But I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, why you didn't take somebody up on an offer. I'm hearing why you never responded back, what it was. And I'm hearing you might actually be, if you haven't, here, let me do this here real quick. If it is such that you haven't yet had that thing happen with the Uranian energy that just like comes and does the cut, it's like some of you all are going to be receiving some information here, Taurus, that's going to be like, what? Like, I just see somebody being like, WTH, like, what the hell? Because something that they thought is actually maybe completely different than they thought it was, because there's a context clue missing. And for some of you all, it's going to make you feel better about whatever this is, because for some of you all, you might not be an addict, but maybe you have enough concern about what you feel possessed by or how attracted you might be to certain substances or situations or your need for things, that you might have kind of like pushed some ideas out before you really gave yourself an idea of where it might have a relevance in your world, just because of how much it grabbed at you. And so for some of you all, it's like this whole year, and it could be even longer than that, because I'm hearing for some of y'all this is like 4 years. I'm hearing it's 4 years, especially if you're like in the middle of I heard interminable 11-year cycle for somebody, where it's like everything in this past year, especially while Uranus has been going back and forth, it's like it's shaking you, and it's like I've just seen some of you just being like, no, I will have nothing to do with that, and just stonewalling. And then it's like now this whoosh comes back your way, and you realize that it's not the situation that you thought. And it's like, wow, now I have a place to put all of these feelings and all of this energy that I just slammed off before, where I actually know where it goes, where you're not going to be so pulled into like an addictive phase. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, especially if this is about relationship healing or like strong bonds, especially if it's like with kindred elements, kindred people, and sometimes how certain people's energy can actually bring a person really down. It's like, you know, even if this person isn't like a drug addict, or you're not a drug addict, or I'm hearing for somebody, it's like somebody might have had like, I'm hearing poker, pornography, and sex addiction. It's like, pick your person, okay? But there's a lot of different addictions that I'm hearing for different people, and it's like just the fact that they have overcome whatever that is, even if you didn't know that about them, or they're dealing with their feelings and their growth. I'm hearing for some of you all, maybe you didn't realize why you have such a high threshold of like feelings or energy around that person. I'm hearing for some of y'all, you might not have realized that you were dealing with an addict is what it was. And you might not have realized that they were, in some cases, pushing you away, because maybe they weren't trying to push you away, but they were, I just see them doing like Tai Chi or something. It's like they're just doing all this like energy work and like calling in the energy forms and like being loving and like sending light to people. And I'm hearing that for some of you all, it's like where somebody's idea might have been completely off just because it's not what you were hearing. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's because you might not have realized where something was taking over your life, because they're telling me for some of y'all, it's like, if you don't prune the hedges, I'm hearing, or it's like, there's certain types of plants that can grow inside of somebody's garden and completely take them over. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, you couldn't really see it because it was like so natural to you. It was just naturalized. It's just how things were around you, that you couldn't really see that something was like grabbing at your energy. So I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like the potential here is for your ideas to just flip and invert in some cases. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's just getting a really awesome way to have a different analysis on the situation. And in other cases, it's like learning when to just give yourself what it is that you need and not calling yourself an addict. And that's, some of you all might have been called a hypochondriac by somebody recently, and I'm hearing that that was a really unkind way for them to talk to you about it, especially if you're being sensitive about speaking up about your needs, whether it's like physical stuff or emotional or spiritual. I'm definitely hearing, though, that for some of you all, there might be a line where you might need more care in certain areas, that just dealing with people who are going to call you words like that, even if it's true, even if you're like, yeah, maybe I am a little bit of a hypochondriac, maybe you don't need somebody that's like triggering you like that, because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's just triggering. They're showing me all this like lower chakra stuff. I'm hearing it's like sacral chakra big time, a lot of like root chakra healing. And for some of you all, I'm hearing it's like if you can take yourself for a really nice experience right now. Some of you all might love sensory deprivation, like going for a float. If you haven't done it, I highly recommend it, especially if you can't be like around a beach or whatever. I'm hearing that it would be good for somebody to be around the water and not like push it away. But I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like this addict thing is like some of you all having resisted emotional connection with people for such a long time that it's like maybe you didn't even realize, where you've kind of become like a little bit of a junkie for like throwing that wall up. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like realizing where you've been like addicted to like a fake version of yourself that's like, it's not that it's like, I'm not trying to call you out like phony, but it's almost like it's like your shadow. It's like you're exfoliating a part of it. And so I'm just going to encourage you to think about it that way and just be gentle with yourself. Okay. All right. So I'm going to flip the Queen of the Moon Oracle card here, Taurus. Protection. So kind of reminding me what I got with Capricorn too. I see this person, it's like this wave is going over them, and here, this is somebody that maybe could use a blanket over them. They're being carried off by a bird. The number 24 might be important for you all too, especially if you're dealing with patterns. I'm hearing for some of you all, this is about circadian rhythms, and like, if baby bird isn't happy, mama bird ain't sleeping, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's like tuning into the frequency of whoever baby bird is here. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like it's keeping a watch. It's like 24/7 vigil. And I'm hearing for some of y'all too, it's like maybe that's what it's been like, especially if you've been dealing with addiction or somebody that's been coming out of an addiction. And I'm hearing for some of y'all too, it's like realizing where the veneer in your life, the protection that you might put up, I call it the bitch shield, where it's like you kind of put on the bitch shield and you kind of protect yourself from everybody, even if you're in plain sight, might actually be a little bit more of a deterrent for some of you all. And I'm hearing, especially if you're not feeling comfortable, and it's like the only thing that you can do to help you feel comfortable going to sleep at night. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, you might benefit from, I was getting the blanket thing with Capricorn. I'll just mention it to some of you all. I have a blanket that my mom gave me some years ago, and it's got like, it's kind of red. You've probably seen it in some of these videos. It's got like Christmas trees and stuff on it and snowflakes. I use it year round. Sometimes it's like the only thing that helps me feel comfortable enough if I'm not able to sleep, to just kind of like just relax a little bit. And so for some of y'all, it's like finding where things are going to give you like that sense of protection. And I'm hearing for some of y'all too, especially if you have something that's going, I'm hearing moon to moon, could have to deal with your lunar cycles, especially if you're a lady here, you could have to deal with your menses, your lunar, your own moon, and where you actually maybe could use more support, especially if you have people peeking into your nest and like trying to, I just keep seeing this, it's like this hand, like it's waves, but it's like, I'm just see somebody's like doing like this, and it's, there's this bird that's protecting her while she's in her nest, and then there's like this person being, pushing something away, and it's like that wave is like this hand, and it's like, I just keep hearing for somebody, it's like not realizing that you're gambling with whatever people's interest is, especially if people are giving you somewhat of an addicted vibe, or where they can add things and look for an exchange. Because I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like just realizing now how to confront that stuff in a way that's protective for you, also giving you a good sense of your healthy balance, especially if this is like about your nakedness is what I'm hearing, because it's like I'm seeing her naked, but she's like covering up here in this, it's innocent enough, but she's like covering herself. And then here's like somebody's an addict, and it's like they're trying to grab. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's just like knowing where the compromise is in that. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like just coming to terms with like where you might have felt like you were willing to let people make that grab around your generosity, whatever it was. And where now some of y'all could really benefit from a reprieve. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, if you can take a getaway, it's like, they're saying even one day would be good. Like 24 hours is really coming up for me right now. That 24 is really big for some of y'all. But I'm hearing it's like, you might just feel like between work and like, especially if you're a parent here, that it's just taking you around the clock over and over and over again. I'm hearing if you could just find a way to just like hit the snooze button and just make it last for like 24 hours and get like a real good nap, it would be something else. And so please, if you have like a blanket or something you can cuddle up with, something that's going to give you a sense of security, I'm hearing it's like, go for it. Do something for yourself right now, Taurus. And also know that you are protected and guided, and that I've been praying over all of these energies. Okay, so let's see who you might have been dealing with, because whoever's showing up with this Black Moon astrology card might have something to do with what's going on here. Scorpio, I transform. So for some of you all, this is what just happened during Scorpio season. For others, you could have Scorpio somewhere in your chart, and this could be about transformative energies. And like I'd shown you before, this was coming up for all of the Earth tribes here, this change. It's like hearing, it's like sudden change, and it's like your desire to change. It's like a rebirth energy. We see this Pharaoh, and like someone is being prepared by Anubis, and then there's like this Scorpion coming up here. And hearing for some of you all, this could be somebody that's really helped you, even if I'm hearing for some of y'all, this might have been the addict, especially if you've had somebody that like tried to put you in your place, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it might be somebody who, they just keep showing me somebody is like pushing here, and then I'm seeing this person like preparing this body, but it's like they're like pushing somebody in to the grave. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like you might have had this Scorpio here trying to put you in your place, or maybe that situation rings a bell a little bit for you. And that is a number 20 there. I'm hearing whatever it was, though, it's been a huge catalyst, and that if it didn't do anything else, it might have toughened you up in a way where, Taurus, you're pretty tough. I know that. You can also be a little sensitive, that people don't always know that, and, you don't always show it. But I'm hearing it's like, this might have really taken some of your, like, poker face up a notch, dealing with whoever this person is here. Especially if they are a Scorpio that was trying to put you in your place here, is what I'm hearing. I'm going to go ahead and flip the Archangel Michael card. Let's see what we get here. So, if you're making decisions right now, hearing that this is a time to really take your time with it. It's literally what the card says right there. So I'm going to get you up closer. Maybe you like that better. Take your time making this decision. Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach this situation. Remind me to detach and step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold. Thank you for protecting me. So there's protection and protection here again, showing up twice. So some of you all, you really need to know that whatever it is, especially if you're like making a decision to cut something, I keep seeing it's like making the decision to cut something off. They're showing it to me like this. It's like kind of like you got a rescue glider, and like whoever this bird is, that might be your angel. And I'm hearing it's like if you had something that was like trying to jump into the nest with you, it's like they need to be cut off. Especially if it's like some little Klingon like trying to like grab on, or it's like, but I do this, but I do that. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, okay, you might have already taken enough time making that decision, you know, and it's just good for you to know that the situation is naturally unfolding and that you have protection. Okay, so what can we see from a relationship standpoint for those of you that are here to find out about romance stuff? These two cards are going to tell us a lot more here. Tarot Sexual Magic. We've got, woohoo, wow. Okay, that's the Death card. And she's also usually Scorpio for me, so double down on Scorpio energy here. La Muerte. 13. And she's kind of pissed. See, there's like a couple over there. And she's got that scythe. You know, maybe the sky thing was the limit for her. But she is looking pissed. She collects heads, like skulls, and like trinkets, and I don't know if those are like their fingers or whatever, but there's like bones and stuff hanging from her. And she's kind of like, it's music to my ears. She's got this lute or something. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm hearing for some of y'all, you might have had somebody screw something up. I don't know. Scorpio showing up here, but we had like, you know, somebody being stabbed with a knife. It was like stabbed in the back was like one of the flyout messages for some of you all here too. I'm here for some of y'all. I mean, maybe it was you, maybe you were somebody else's third party and you didn't realize it, but I'm here for some of y'all. It's like whatever took you a long time, because this is 13 here. You know, that could be a long time. That could be 13 years for some people. That could be, I don't know. It could be 4 years for others, you know. 3 and 1 is a 4. It could be 13 months, 13 weeks. But I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, whatever this person had to go through, whether this is you or somebody else, because I'm hearing it's like victimhood, and like, I'm hearing a woman scorned. I'm hearing like legit PO'd, like sizzle, fry in hell, I hate you, PO'd, like really angry, upset person for what they had to go through. They might be dealing with a lot right now, especially if they had to leave a relationship behind or something. And so you're going to have to know, you know, whether that's you or not, Taurus. But I'm hearing this person, whoever they are, it's like they're so beyond the point of even needing another person's help for whatever they have transformed, that it's like, it's kind of a joke, you know, and it's not a funny joke. It's like, no, it's just seriously, it's like this would be somebody that could be very, very intimidating right now. And I'm hearing for some of you, it's like this might actually be somebody that's on your side that you didn't even realize, and you might not know what they had gone through. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like some kind of distant protection thing going on, and they might have seen a fire is what I'm hearing. They might have seen a fire, or like, if it's not a fire, it's like whatever they saw might have prevented a really bad situation for somebody. And I'm hearing it's like, might have been a really inconvenient way for them to have to speak up about it. And for some of you all, it's like, it's going to be weird for some people, because if this was like your relationship and this person got involved somehow, I'm hearing it might be like, you're not happy about it. But for others, it's like, you might not realize this, especially because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, if you have a private relationship somewhere here, because I'm hearing that might be what this couple is here, that it's like, it's kind of like a private thing that's been going on. And I don't know if it's like at a distance or whatever. This person does not like it. And so for some of y'all, you have a jealous third party that you didn't even realize about. And I'm hearing like, watch out what they know about you, because they could take a slice of that and they could put it in there, and it's like putting you in that time is what I'm hearing. It's like they can take it and they stick you in that time. And look, these are weird messages, but I'm a psyop. I've been working on some of these things. I'm proving what some weird things are that people can do with torrents, bits of data, and like timestamps and weird mirrors and like cinematography techniques with mirrors. It's really messed up, especially if you know anything about virtual reality and AI. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like you might have somebody that was spying on you, and I'm hearing for somebody else too, it's like you don't know what they were doing to get even with you, especially because they thought you were with this person. And it's like, I'm hearing it's like some little detail that they think that they have, and it's like they think they can play you. I just see them. It's like they think they can play you, and they're saying like a fiddle, but not. It's like they know they can just like put it in your hair. It's like all I'm hearing. All right. So watch out for that. Especially if these are people that are like, you only know them from a distance is what it is, because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like there's a whole group of people around that can see things, but not from this level, is what I'm hearing. So for some of you all, keep it in mind, especially if something weird happened in your relationship recently, or if somebody like barged in, because that is quite a situation. And I'm hearing if you have to make a decision around this, especially if it's about like your couple, if this is like protecting your relationship and you're trying to be like diplomatic with how you protect things and like where people might be reaching, that you really might want to get some help with, because take your time making these decisions, really showing up on that. I'm hearing it's like tact is a good idea, especially if there are a lot of people that might be watching, is what I'm hearing. Okay, we're going to move on. Taurus, let me know what you think about that. For some of you all, that is definitely the case. For others, if that's not the case here, you know, this is just big time change going on. I'm hearing for some of you all, you know, you might have had to leave somebody in the past. Whether or not it was a third party situation, I'm hearing it's just like being beyond the point of ready. So know that you took your time. If you just know that you're ready and that you're setting your mind to a place where water and emotional things can actually meet you on your level, because something might have been sabotaging you that you didn't realize, is all I'm saying. So just know when you're not pushing yourself away, you're actually offering yourself what you need, and that sometimes that's like the biggest change you can make, especially if you're not used to seeing yourself in a vulnerable place just because you've been so strong. Because I'm hearing for some of y'all, this death chick right here is just y'all. It's just like you're just ready. It's like end of the year for you, and it's just you've got your goals. You have certain goals that maybe you just met your goals. You know, maybe there's a certain goal that you had in mind, and it's just like you can't roll it out quick enough. But if that's the case, this is when it is. And for some of you all, this is a transformative time where you're going to realize that you might be getting into relationships of a whole new nature. For some of you all, it's like something that you didn't think you could get coming back from the past, but with a whole new spin on it. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same person, but that type of connection. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's going to offer you protection, especially if you've been leaving addictive things behind in the past. And I'm hearing for some of you all too, this is especially transformative if some of you all have been like blocking desires and like realizing where you're not an addict and where you can give yourself certain things that you actually earned, and knowing the difference between I desire and being addicted. Just gonna leave it right there. All right, let's see what else we can find out about your romance sector with the Love Oracle card. We've got photograph. Okay, so I'm just getting all kinds of wow on this one. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. So for some of you all, I'm hearing this is long distance communications. This is somebody who might be on the other side of the world. Because I'm seeing a day, 24 hours, 24 hours. It's like there's like a time lapse here. I'm hearing for some of y'all too, if you've been dealing with some kind of deviant or an addict that you didn't realize, especially, you might find out what they were doing with bits of your photos. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it is going to get legal because of what this actually implies was being sold. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, that's where the end of it is with whoever these people are. Wow. For others, I'm hearing this is like somebody from the past, and if you needed to know if they miss you, yeah, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia. And I'm hearing for some of y'all too, it's like, it's a good thing for you. If you needed to learn how to speak up, especially if you've had the situation change where it's like you see a situation completely different than before, this is a challenge on your throat chakra for some of you all, but they're saying it's more like how you're going to balance yourself. You're going to need to get more rest because some of you are like, if you're not suffering from adrenal fatigue, you might be close, with all this like lower chakra stuff going and not sleeping enough. But I'm hearing that some of y'all just need to get more rest. You need to do whatever's going to help put you in your protective state. And you need to focus on things that are going to help ground your energy. So if you can do grounding techniques, I really like frequencies like that one that's playing here that can help you get into some of your lower chakras. That might be really helpful because I'm hearing for some of you all, if you've been at a distance from something that you want, some of this is like how you call it into your third eye and where you might be willing to make changes. And for others, it's like just figuring out how you're going to talk to somebody or broach a situation, especially if there has been some push-pull. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's a real challenge to help you figure out a new way to make memories, especially if you are being pushed to transform yourself in some way, to go after your desires while also knowing how to balance things like codependencies, because there is a line here, Taurus. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get a little bit more information. I'm going to try to get some information here on this death card with La Vera Sibilla, because I want to see what this is all about. What do my Taurians need to know about the death card? So casa, that's the house. Allegrezza al cuore, that's the happiness of the heart. That's the changing of hands. And il ladro, well, that's somebody that breaks into somebody's house. So gran consolazione. So I'm hearing for some of y'all, wow, some of you all are going to get some news about who actually broke in. They're showing me like who went into someone's quarters, is what I'm hearing, their room, their house, wherever they were staying. And I'm hearing it's something about a photograph. I'm hearing they might have tried to put a camera in there, or like some kind of surveillance. And they're telling me it's like it was while the guard was changing, is what I'm hearing. It's like there might have been somebody that was on duty that wasn't paying attention because somebody else was coming on their shift. Especially if it was like, I'm hearing this was a hotel or like a hospital here, this casa. But I'm hearing for some of y'all this is like a private matter and that something might have been removed. They're telling me it's like, you might have kicked it with your foot too, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing, especially if you like kicked something in the room or something was out of place. It's like, I don't know how that got there. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's because of like whoever went in there. This person was up to something, and I'm hearing for you all, when you find out what it was, you might be a little pissed off because they might have messed with your relationship here. There's a ring. Somebody's sense of entitlement or like feeling like they were in charge. They're showing me that like this is like somebody's crown or something, and then money. And so Whatever it is going to make you feel a lot better, though. And I'm hearing for some of y'all too, especially if you have like a private relationship, and that's what they're showing me here. So, hey, Taurus, let me know what you think. I can't wait to hear about it. I hope you have a wonderful healing time this season and always. If I can help, hit me up. My information is below. I'd love to take a look with just your private information if you would like. And hey, if you like the reading, hit me with a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Makes me feel really happy. And definitely share it with somebody who you think could also benefit with that. All right, Taurus, if I don't hear from you, you take care, and we'll catch you again soon. We're back for another one, all right? Bye for now.